So let's talk about there's 6 types of joint ventures. How many types? 6 types, okay? 6 types. The first type is what I call a simple, like in internet marketing terms, the simple affiliate joint venture. It could be cross mailings, product reviews, meaning, hey, you know what? I've got a list. You've got a list. You mail for me, I'll mail for you. Or product reviews. Give me a good review for my product. I'll give you a good review for your product. Very simple. In fact, let's say I'll give you an example. For my Shoulders of Titans podcast, that's what I'm doing as well. Form a joint venture. So I will leave some reviews for some other podcasts that I like, podcasters, and they will leave review for my podcast as well. So it helps boost the ranking within iTunes. It could be referrals of existing clients. Hey, I've got these clients I'm working with. You've got complimentary service. I could refer them to you, right? Very simple. Just like, hey, Gary, you're a real estate professional, realtor, and you can refer clients to a mortgage broker. Same, okay? Simple affiliate relationship. Now, sometimes the affiliate relationship could be just exchange of, you do something for me, I do something for you. Sometimes it's money exchange, meaning you send them a referral, you actually get a what? Commission. Yeah, you get a commission. Get a commission, okay? Second thing is called the list building joint venture. This is, I was just talking with all my inner circle members. Let me see how I can best explain to you. So stay with me a bit, okay? This is a little bit advanced. So let's say if you're getting started, you don't have a big list. How many of you want to have a bigger list? Is this on? Yeah. Is it on? Yeah? Okay. How many of you want to build a bigger list? Okay, so here's one way you could do it through a joint venture. Let's say Lisa Sazovich, she's an example. What she does is she would do what I call a virtual summit. Some kind of training, some kind of summit, which is virtual online, not a seminar. Imagine kind of like a multi-day seminar, but in virtual online. So in this case, she would gather a bunch of experts in her category. So you could do the same thing. Gather a bunch of experts, people who've got a big list within your category, and they would all promote this event. Okay, with me so far? They all promote this event. Now, why would they do that? Tell me. Why would they want to do this? They would get the exposure as well, right? So let's say I'm an expert we're serving the same market. In her case would be women entrepreneurs, right? We get exposure. So she would do a multi-day, could be a 7-day thing, it could be a 14-day thing. Once a day, one of the speakers would present, okay? Now, here's the deal. When she does this, usually after you opt into, and it's completely free, you can see, usually, hey, you know what, we're doing a special training, it's gonna be free, just opt in, give me your name and email. Very simple. But the smart thing is usually after the second page, what I've done usually, there's an upsell for $47 or $97. Meaning, because we only do one speech per day, let's say it's 14 days. Let me ask you, are people very busy nowadays? Yes. Most people, are they likely to be there 6 p.m. every day for 14 days straight? No. Very challenging, right? So the upsell usually could be something like, hey, for $47, $97, if you miss any one of them, you'll get the MP3 for everything. Okay, the recording for the entire thing. So if you miss 1 or 2 days or miss all, that's okay, it doesn't matter. This, as a deal maker, you keep the money. Or you can split a JV, either way. So in this case, so say after an event like this, all of them promote, all of them get exposure, you now have a list of, let's say 5,000 people who've been through this virtual summit. Follow me so far? Mm-hmm. Okay, so 5,000 people. But then, now what? Let me ask you a question. How much money you spend building the 5,000 people? 0. Except your creativity. And if you're smart, from my experience, usually about 15 to 20% of the people would go for the upsell. So do the numbers for me. What's 20% out of 5,000? 1,000? Let's say 1,000 of them upgrade to $97. How much did you make? About 10 grand. What is it? Sticking up? Yeah. My ass is sticking up? I can't see. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Round of applause. Round of applause. That's awesome. So, yeah. 7 day, but here's the thing. Now from no list, you've got a list right now, yes? But here's we're not done yet. After the summit, these people, they all have lists, right? You had no list before. After summit, do you have a list, yes or no? Yes. Now you can go back to them and say, let's do a deal. Why don't I promote your stuff? And maybe I have a program that's whatever, $1,000. Why don't you promote my stuff? And you do a JV, they drive customers to you, you drive customers to them, you do the same thing. Now, is everyone going to say yes? No. You should just do a deal with a couple of them. No cost. If you were to build that list, 5,000 subscribers with your own money, driving traffic, Facebook or AdWords, think of how much it would cost you. Just think about it. Simple. One strategy, joint venture. I did it so many times. So many times. Years ago, similar strategy, not quite. I was a copywriter in my early 20s, and at the time, I was charging only $500 to write a campaign for people. The problem is, I want to make more money. And it takes a lot of clients if you charge only $500 a month. So I asked myself the question, how can I increase my perception, the perception of my value? How can I charge? I do good work, but $500 sucks. So at the time, give you an idea, the top copywriters, they can charge anywhere from $10,000 to $15,000 for a campaign. I was charging $500. So what I did is I put together a product, it's a long name, called $1 Million Copywriting Secrets of the World's Greatest Copywriters. I know it's a long name. Okay, I was green back then. I wouldn't come with that kind of name, but that's what it's called. Okay, so then I interview all these top copywriters in the world, and I got through to them, and I interviewed them. In fact, from my one-bedroom apartment at the time, a cassette tape, not Skype, cassette. So I had my phone here, right here, with landline interview, and had my cassette recorder like this. That's how I did my interview. I did 18 of them. What happens is, I put a sales page together. So you have 18 cassette tapes. I find someone else that I pay to interview myself. And I put myself in there in the package. Now imagine, then I put it online, and I was selling it for $797. Is that a lot of money? Yeah. You might be thinking, damn, $800 US? You sell some of those, you make good money. Guess how many copies I've sold? 0. None. Because my intention was never to sell it. That is my business card. When I meet a potential client, and I say, you're looking for someone to write copy? You qualify, let me give you this package. Bam. These guys charge $15,000. You can see I'm like buddies with them, right? Of course, I'm in the same product. Although I put together the product, I only charge $5,000. You can pay 15 grand or you can pay 5. Oh, 5,000. That's good. That's a great deal. Thank you. So from 500 jump to 5,000 because I have this. That's a co-program. The same thing with some people. They want to be in a book with Joe. From the rest of their life, they'll say, I'm a co-author with Joe Vitale. In the space, to some people, it's very, very valuable. So I did that in my early 20s. It's the same idea. Somebody else has got the credibility, somebody else has got the customer base, somebody else has what you want. A very powerful question, please write this down, to ask yourself is this: who already has my customers? Who already has my customers? Who already has, instead of how can I get more customers? Who already has my customers? Where are they? What do they do? Where do they hang out? What do they sell? And then do a, when in doubt, joint venture. There we go. So list building. Content joint venture, very simple. Let's say someone has got a high traffic blog. Can you contribute content to their blog and drive traffic to your own site? Yes or no? Absolutely. So blogging, it also could be someone has got a podcast. In my case, I give on average about so I conduct one interview per week for Shoulders of Titans, where I interview a successful entrepreneur. Also, I give one interview on various radio podcasts every single week. That's my goal. That's what I do for personal branding. So they already have an audience, and I am a guest on the show. I'm contributing my knowledge, my content. Again, then I get exposure. That's a content joint venture. At the same time, if you have a list and you don't want to create all the content, you can have contributors contribute content on your blog, so you get more traffic as well. So it goes both ways. You can see that? Absolutely. Content joint venture. Number 4, co-marketing joint venture. I think Earl already talks about that. Where's Earl? Now, this fucks me up because you were sitting here and then now, okay. I know, my bad. Okay, so co-marketing, right? Everybody's, mailing lists. Let's put our resources together, reduce. So could you do the direct mail yourself? Absolutely. But why not do it with 2, 3, 4, 5 other people? Reduces your risk. Co-marketing joint venture. Especially what Earl was talking about, printing, right? SEO service, right? And what else?
Trademark.
Huh?
Trademark.
A trademark, yes. So are they competitors? No, but again, it's any new business owner will need those type of service. Perfect. You're helping them, give them almost one-stop solution. I might actually, if I was you guys, see if you can come up with a package so they buy the whole thing. So they get the trademark, they get the printing, and then they get the SEO. One big package. If I was you, that's what I would do. Of course it is. Number 5, the platform joint venture. The platform joint venture. This is another new joint venture that MedPB, one of my companies that I'm doing it with. This Healthy Hearing, it's basically a directory. So consumers go there and they look for audiologists. It's got some good content and things like that. So I'm just in the middle of negotiating a joint venture, a deal with them, and say, hey, they already have their platform. They have consumers looking at these things. How can we do a joint venture? They've got a platform. We provide our services. We have our products. Yet they're not making a lot of money. So I say, you know what? You've got a lot of people. What if we can do a joint venture, send leads our way, we can pay you that way, or it could be a referral fee, commission, anything that we sell, we can pay you a commission, like whatever the heck you want. And at the same time, we can also be a content JV partner. I can provide additional content for your site. Very simple. Platform, joint venture. And Sean talks about, where's Sean? So back-end joint venture. So at the same time, so in this case, let's talk about this. Go back to this model. So this is the front end. We do the summit, which is cool. You get this part, right? Okay, put up your hand if you got it. You got it? Say I got it. Okay, question? Yes, anytime.
So how do we joint venture afterwards with them? I missed that part.
Okay, good question. So before I was nobody in this space. Now I'm somebody because I've done this. I'm the organizer, the host for this event, right? Now suddenly I've got 5,000 people. Now I can go to, because before I go to them, hey, please, would you promote my product? Who the fuck are you? Right? But now, you know what? Can you promote my product and I'll promote your product at the same time?
Okay.
Right? So I would help you sell your product, you pay me commission, and you sell my product and you pay me commission.
Okay.
Right? Now, but let's take it one step further. Okay? Take this model, you've got 5,000 people, we're doing JVs and things like that. But what if from here, and I know I'm using a digital marketing example, but you get the principle, right? Hello? Yeah, principle, you get it. So here it's my first upsell, yes? But let's take it one step further. These 5,000 people, right after this virtual event, what if I was to, right there, I've got the 5,000 people, right after the event, and they go through the event, they like it, and I'm delivering value. I'm giving them some more good content, right? Build trust. Then a few weeks later, I would say, hey, you know what? I've got a more advanced program that could help you implement some of these things or cover different strategies, and it's going to be, let's say 2K, $19.95. Okay, this is my back end. But it's an immediate upsell from these people. Now, if I'm offering this, let's say, I don't know, we sell 20 of these. That's how much? Do the numbers for me.
What are we doing?
40K, roughly about 40K, right? Now, because now whose list is this? Our list. Means we don't have to pay the JV partners. You keep that money. This is the money that you keep. Okay? This is the money. Now you can use this to drive more traffic and all of that to your page and build up a bigger list. When you go approach a JV partner, they will ask you, well, how big a list you've got? My list is 10,000. You've only got 3,000. No, that's good. But if you say, you know what, my list is, it's 5,000, you've got 6,000, okay, that's better. We're almost more equal, right? More equal. So now I have this, or on the other hand, now I've got this program in 1995, 20, all of that. The idea, when you go back to one of them, let's say one of them actually sells a lot of products, but they're all pretty low ticket item, like 97, 27, whatever ebooks, whatever they're selling, a lot of low ticket items. They don't have a back end. Now I've got something that is, can you see this is proven, right? I've proven it with my own list. Go back to them and say, hey, I've got a program that says for 1995, and here's my conversion out of 5,000, 20 people bought. Why don't you promote to your list? I would do all the work, I would do the webinar, I would do the email, and we'll split it 50-50. Last time I did this, I made 40K. You've got a list of 5,000 people. I think we could do at least that amount, so let's do 40K. You're gonna make 20K. They don't have a backend, I become the backend. You got it? I see the look. Some of you are lost. Questions, go to the mic. Ask me anything you want. I can sense question. Confusion. Confusion here. Confusion here. Ask me anything. I have 6 types of JVs. Questions. Don't be afraid to go to the mic. Don't be afraid to look stupid. Nobody gives a fuck. Okay? Ask questions. You have one. Questions?
I have questions.
Go ahead.
No.
Go to the mic.
Oh, God. I'm not afraid of asking questions.
My name is?
Dan Locke. Dan the man.
No, your name. Your name. Your name. Introduce yourself.
My name is Lesia Callista.
Lesia?
Lesia.
Lesia. Hi, Lesia.
Nice. And actually, I have a question about, not that part, that
Okay.
I got.
Okay.
But I got to where was I?
Did you submit?
Platform JV.
The platform JV, yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I had no idea what you were talking about.
Okay. So somebody else, in this case, they have a platform, which in this case is a directory. Consumers go there, healthy hearing, right? Healthy hearing, they have a directory, they've got a platform, they've got a traffic source. They don't have a product. It's just a directory that they have. So I go to them and say, you know what? You've already got all this traffic. I've got products, I've got services, I've got a lot of things. Let me plug it in there and let me make you some money.
Okay.
They already got a platform, right? Very simple. And these are just 6 different types. There are probably a lot more different types. But just the rough idea. There's so many. You can share resources, share co-marketing, back-end, so many ways you can structure the deal. And that's why it's only limited by your creativity. Yes.
Hello. My name is Rosalind.
Hi, Rosalind.
Hey, Dan.
Yes.
So I got a problem.
Okay.
I realize what my problem is
Yeah.
now with this. In trying to do too many JVs at once.
Yeah.
So what is your advice regarding the best one to start with?
Okay.
And the
So
most longevity, I'd say.
okay. So it could sometimes be challenging when you've got something you're dealing with too many JV partners. Is that at the same time?
No, what I mean is, I think I'm attempting to do all of these things all at once.
Oh, okay.
And it's driving me crazy.
Yeah. So the first I would, for you, because I know your business model, I would do the list building first.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Okay? Done? Okay, all right. All right. All right, yes. Yeah, because the bigger your list, the more negotiation power you have when you go to these bigger names, right?
Okay, I'm short, so I had to play with the mic there.
My name is?
My name is Kathy.
Kathy?
Hello.
Hi, Kathy.
Hi, everyone. So my question, you're almost going to go down that road with too many JV partners. So
Yes.
my company is an architectural design firm. We specialize in high-end custom homes.
Yes.
So we're already doing a lot of this JV stuff that you're talking
Very
about,
nice.
which is awesome.
Very nice.
But a lot of what we do is we work with a lot of builders.
Yes.
Where we say, hey, if you need somebody like us, we can be that person, and we're going to feed you back leads.
Correct.
But what I'm finding is a lot of these guys are like, well, we want you to be exclusive to us. So I just like to get your thoughts on how to deal with that, because
Very good.
B2B is a very large component and a very large source of our work.
Yes.
B2B is much stronger than B2C in our business. We
Yes.
have about, I'd say, 80-20 split.
Wow.
80 being B2B and
Yes.
20 being B2C.
Yes.
And
So-
our B2B takes us to B2B.
and will show me your brochure. Just,
Oh, yes,
yeah,
that's
so
right.
I saw some of your work.
Oh,
Beautiful, by the way.
thank
Beautiful.
you.
So now, in terms of these, again, understanding what the JV partners want. So why do they want you to be exclusive? Like, why do these builders want you to be exclusive?
Why? Because it almost feels like, it's kind of like the boyfriend and girlfriend. They almost feel like I'm cheating on them when B2C clients come to us, because they know we get very, very good high-end projects and very good clients. So they want to be our exclusive, so when those clients come to us, we're referring them back to them.
So think about it. In terms of the relationship, right? You need to explain and present it in a way why it's beneficial for you to cheat.
Right. Okay, so I'd like to hear your thoughts on
Okay,
that.
okay.
I've never
So-
had to explain that.
Okay, so no, but what I mean is this. Instead of, let's say, you say, you know what, I could be exclusive. One of the ways you could do it, but I don't know your business model enough,
Okay.
so I'm just speaking
enough.
from, yeah. So one of the ways you could say, you know what, I could be, it's like one of my digital marketing firm, right?
Right.
So we do SEO for clients. And sometimes they say, well, if you're doing SEO for all these people, for my industry, then isn't it, like, how does that work? I want you to work exclusive with me. So I would say, absolutely, I could work exclusive with you, but I'm going to charge you 5 times more money.
Right, okay,
Because I work exclusive with you, so you pay me exclusive. Yeah.
okay.
But I say, oh, no, I don't want it so much anymore. But
Right.
then I go and explain, here's why it's beneficial. I work with these people. Because you know what? In Google, there are 10 positions. In each area, I take no more than 3, right? So you're one of the lucky 3.
That's
Nice, right? And then from there, I would say, but also when I work with these clients from different cities, I gain more knowledge and data that can help you, so I can serve you more. So it turns into a benefit. That's one way to do it.
Okay,
Yeah?
cool.
Round of applause.
Okay.
Very nice. Hassan?
Hi everybody, my name is Hassan.
Hi, Hassan.
Just a question, maybe I wasn't paying attention as much, but what you drew on the whiteboard, does that only apply with seminar businesses, or how can you kind of use an example for other businesses?
If you believe it's only for the seminar business, it is just for the seminar business. If you believe it works for any business, it works for any business. That's why don't be limited by, but it's Dan, there's no, I'm not in the hearing aids, business. I'm not serving this crowd. I'm not serving. That's not being resourceful. That's not being resourceful. My strength is I'm a synthesizer, that I'm able to take different practices from different industries and apply it to my own business. I'm not the most creative guy, I'm not the most original thinker, but I'm a synthesizer. So absolutely, if you say, yeah, it's only for business, seminar business, it is. If you say it's not, it's not.
But it could be for any business.
Yeah, but it all depends on creativity, how you structure the deal, right?
Thank you.
Okay. Round of applause. Let's do one more.
10 times your finances, 10 times your business, 10 times your marketing, 10 times your life. Hit the subscribe button now.